I highly recommend, if you're a person that regularly goes to the gym and then you decide to stop for whatever reason or take a break, don't take a break. Take a break as in like you have 2 days rest and then you go back and reset and restart the following week. I do apologize, there's gonna be a lot of fireworks. It is, I believe it's Diwali, so happy Diwali to all my fellow Indians out there and people who celebrate Diwali. Happy Diwali to you guys. And yeah, just food for thought. Don't miss out on the gym. I put my content over gym when really and truly it should be the other way around. Gym should be non-negotiable, and I'm now suffering because my arms, my shoulders, my back might be tomorrow. I'm in pain, but it's a good kind of pain. It's a good kind of pain. But yes, tonight's episode was giving. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a lot better than the last two episodes that we had. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it. But before we get into it, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as you already know, I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into this review. So the episode starts off with, before the actual eviction, Sam and Nancy were talking about who they think was gonna go next. And I believe from what I remember, Faishola was in the mix. Nancy then goes to the diary room and she said that she's shocked as she was expecting her to go. I tweeted this and I'm going to say it again in this review. I find it so funny how people think that the public voted to save her. Nancy, we knew it was a fake eviction. We're not really fond of you like that. Some people might be. I'm not really 100% fond of Nancy. Like she's alright, but if she was to leave, I wouldn't be upset. I actually do prefer Sam over her. Even though Sam doesn't really have a backbone, I prefer Sam over her. But yeah, if she was to leave, I wouldn't miss her. It wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't make a difference for me watching the show. But yeah, I just find it funny how she actually thinks like the public saved her because they love her. That's not really the reason. We want to see the tea. We want to see the mess. That's like, we're messy individuals. So that's why we really voted Sam. But I don't know if it would have made sense to have Nancy go in the secret room instead. Anyway, I don't know people's thought processes behind it. All I know is I voted to put Nancy in the secret room. That's all I know. Caroline and Nancy are having a conversation, and Caroline is saying nobody cares. I don't know if she was referring to Nancy's feelings about Sam going, or people don't care as in like sorry, yeah, if they don't care about Nancy's feelings or don't care about Sam going. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Taysha came and gave Nancy a hug, which was really sweet, I thought. But to be honest with you, if I'm not close with you in the house, if I wasn't close with you or Sam in the house, to be honest, yeah, we lost a member of the house, but I wouldn't really care. That's just me as an individual. I can't speak for other people. If I'm not close to you, I'm not going to care. If I'm closer to you and you leave, it's going to bother me. The same way when someone else has left, Caroline hasn't really batted an eye. So it's the same thing. Whoever you're closest to and you gravitate to more, when they leave, it's more impactful for you. But when it's someone that you don't really care about, and let's say people are looking at Nancy sideways. Let's just call it for the matter of what it is. What her and Sam were doing, people are looking at her a bit sideways because of it. They were talking in code about Jenny in front of her. There was other people involved, but Jenny was the prime kind of person in that kind of conversation. So I don't understand what people are hoping to expect. It's quite crazy to me, to be honest. Farida goes to the diary room and she feels like she can win this year of Big Brother. To be honest, I tweeted this the first 10 minutes and she'll get my votes to save. This woman is like, I can see why a lot of people love Farida. I can see why a lot of people love her because I didn't watch her season. Like I said, this year is my first year of watching Big Brother. But I can see why a lot of people, she speaks her mind. She voices her opinion when she needs to voice her opinion. And it seems like she don't hold back. Yeah, she's gonna ruffle something. I want to see how her and Caroline interact. That's gonna be so interesting. So the secret housemates have headsets to spy on the house. Farida is interested to see how Caroline and Richard receive her. I think that Richard is not gonna have a problem with Farida. I know that much. Richard is actually quite an easygoing guy. Caroline might be the one that them two might have odds. Because Caroline will do something and Farida will speak up. Don't think, listen, you think these people don't have balls in the Big Brother house as of now. When Farida steps into that house, you won't know what hit you. And this is why I just want to see how the dynamic will shift when Farida enters that house. I'm very interested to see how this is going to change. I'm so here for it. Caroline feels like she's completely alone. She's saying that she's starting to not like it and the divide seems obvious now. She can't speak to fake people. Then so be it. Don't speak to fake people. If you need to keep yourself to yourself, then keep yourself to yourself. Because I'm a person, I can't force speaking to people. I can't force that. So, yeah. I can't force that myself, to be honest. It's a little bit crazy. It's actually a little bit crazy. But in these shows, like I said in a review before, and I'll say it again, in these shows, you automatically are going to get divides. I've clocked it. You're going to get people that gravitate to one. You're going to get a group that gravitate towards each other, and you're going to get another group. It's an automatic thing, but it's a matter of if when it comes to crunch time, if everyone can come together. That's just all it is. You have Jenny, Tasia, and Elsa having a conversation, and they're saying how Nancy is now getting closer to the boys now that Sam is gone. This conversation didn't make any sense to me. I'll be so real. I'll be so real. And this is what I'm saying. Like, everyone talks behind everyone's back. So it's like, Jenny, the same thing that you was pissed off about Sam and Nancy doing, you technically are doing it too. So what if she's gravitating to most of the boys? Her best friend is gone, so she's gonna find another bachelor. So what do you expect her to sit by herself? This is what isn't making any sense about some of these people. Because do you expect Nancy to just sit by herself now and twiddle her thumbs until like Sam magically comes back? Because she don't know that he hasn't been gone. Like, she don't know. So do you just expect her to sit there and twiddle her thumbs? I'm so confused. I'm actually so confused. And she likes football. The boys like football, so there's something in common there where they can discuss. I'm quite confused as to that conversation. Is a bit weird for me personally. Caroline, Faishola, Cameron, and Jenny, they're all saying how they Caroline thinks that Nancy is on borrowed time. Farida is me late at night. The way Farida is just chomping on them Pringles, sis, that is me. Because you see when them late night. When the late night when the late night struggles start to come, the hunger starts to strike. And most of the time we eat because we're bored, not because we're hungry. More time I'm going in my cupboard and I'm seeing what snacks I've got in there, whether it's popcorn, whether it's crisp. I really try to stay away from crisp now. Popcorn, in terms of like the yellow packet, you lot know about the packet I'm talking about. The yellow packet. That's like the healthiest. Like, there's an app where you can scan the barcode and they'll tell you, like, if something is good, excellent, poor. The yellow bag actually comes up with green and it's quite good. Like, it's actually quite healthy. Like, that, the yellow packet. If you go Tesco and you get the pink packet, that one is, you could taste the difference. That one has a lot more sugar in it. So, yeah, I try to avoid crisp, but Farida's me, boy. Because when you say I'm hungry, it's either a piece of toast or something. I'm actually probably going to have a piece of toast before I sleep as well, because for me, I get late night munchies. I don't know. I'm sure most of us are the same. Sometimes at 2 a.m. I'll be in my fridge. So yeah, I find it so funny. Like, so the secret housemates were basically sneaking around the house when everyone else was asleep. Farida thought that the hot tub, you see, obviously they have to cover the hot tub with the thing. She thought it was a stage. This woman is too funny. She actually thought it was a stage. Oh my goodness gracious me. The secret housemates, so for the secret housemates, there is a secret mirror that they can look into the bedroom. I'm not sure. I can't quite remember if the housemates can see them, but they had to wear cloaks basically to kind of protect themselves, because they had to remain quiet so they don't get suspected. Zila and Faishola are having a conversation, and Zila said how he got outed, I think, back in school regarding his sexuality. It's never nice to get outed. I've had someone try to do it to me, which I've said countless times. But for new subscribers and stuff, I've had someone try to do it to me. It flops. it flopped, but like to try to out someone. Do you know how mad that is? Do you know how crazy and psychotic you have to be to like, child, if I tell you like the story time of what had actually happened, that was crazy. That's for a different day though. But yeah, it's never nice to be outed. I think like you should have your own experience and you should be able to tell people within your own time and never let anybody. And even if someone does out, you listen and stand on it and be like, you know what? Yes, I am gay. And what? Who's gonna tell me a mother effing thing? Ain't nobody can tell you nothing. Not in this 2025. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody telling you a damn thing. Not in this 2025. It's look like we've come too far for people to still be having these type of. I know it still happens. I'm not being ignorant to that. I know it still happens. But me personally, unless you're saying anything to my face, you ain't got nothing to say to me at all. And that's that. Emily feels like some people are scared to voice their opinion, period. I don't understand why. Like, those people meaning Tate. Like, she should have put her name on it, though. Right? Because Tate is definitely one of the people that's scared to voice his opinion. I don't understand why. So, Zila, I think, was it Zila and Faishola were talking, and they said they feel like it's part of Sam's people-pleasing trait for letting anyone call them any pronoun. I disagree. If Sam is comfortable with anybody calling them any pronoun, whether it's he, him, whatever it may be, then so be it. That's what they feel comfortable with. And I feel like that should be respected. Why are we talking about someone else being a people pleaser because they allow other people to call them any pronoun? Like, it's not really, like, there's no substantial, that's not a substantial conversation to be having. I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay, yes, Sam has probably acknowledged he's a people pleaser, but let's not try and look for anything to just say, oh yeah, it's a people pleaser. I disagree with that. Because if I said anyone could call me any pronoun, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a people pleasing thing. But it just so happens my pronouns are he, him, his. Like, it's cool. Like, if someone was to refer to me as she, her, or they, them, I wouldn't answer them. I would ignore them because those are not my pronouns. So I don't know. It was quite confusing, and I do see why people like have things to say about Fashola, but then again, I look at both sides of the coin. But then again, it's like they're just having conversation amongst each other, man. They're not. It's harmful conversation at the same time. But for me as a viewer viewing that, it's a pointless conversation, and I'm allowed to have that opinion. Jenny said Nancy has a bitchy face. Sam is talking to himself in the mirror, basically like bigging himself up. Richard and Tate are talking about their faith, which I love. I'm all here for that. So the secret housemates will hold the power over the main housemates. Is known as Chat BBT, and it uses AI to analyze any word that is said in the house. So there was categories for most to least, and most to least for interesting, powerful, popular, intelligent, and memorable. And basically the secret housemates had to put an order up, and basically if the main housemates got that order correct, they will earn a reward, meaning eyeballs, to determine that. So I didn't bother taking down for who was who, but I wrote down key things. So obviously it's now time for the housemates to line up in their order. Cameron needs to have some more self-confidence within himself. I don't know if it's due to past situations that's happened in his life where like he feels like he can't be confident within himself, but he needs to have some more self-confidence. And I don't know if it's because he's worried that other people might say, oh no, you're not there, Cameron. Oh no, if you tell me I'm not there, come and physically move me. Like, bless Cameron, man. Like, he's actually such a sweet soul. Like, he's actually one of the sweetest guys in that house. Like, that's why when that situation happened with Fashola, I forgave him straight away because I said I know he had no ill intent behind it. Like, I genuinely know that. He's just such a sweet soul. And it's like, people like him, you just want to give a big hug to, honestly. Marcus said Caroline is not worth anything. I love it, Marcus. Snap back at her because she does be making her sly digs at you, so snap back at her. Because when Caroline's ready, she'll be coming out with her sly digs at people. So, you see, every opportunity I'll shade her, you know. It'll come like bullying. because you always want to have something to say. Cool, two can play that game, but just know I could go. I'm the type of you see. I'm petty. Because like if I feel like you're shading me, it's like okay, cool, I'll take a mental note, and then every chance I get, I'll shade you. It will look like I'm bullying you at this point. And then if someone asks, I'll be like, yeah, I'm always gunning for it because she always has something to say when it comes to me. So now when I do it, I don't want to hit him. Period. It's that simple. Like, and I wouldn't care what people say. This is the thing, and I feel like a lot of people can show their true personality, but they're scared because they know cameras. They don't want to portray themselves to the audience in a certain type of way. Respectfully, what the audience have to think. If you get voted out, you get voted out. At least you could say that you was your true, authentic self. That could take you quite far in this industry, in life. No matter you being your true, authentic self. There's a lot of people that may not F with you, but you're gonna get certain individuals that take a liking to your personality, and those individuals can help open doors for you. You just never know. So people like dumbing themselves down for the sake of like these shows is kind of beyond me. It's actually kind of beyond me. This is why I respect people like Yasmin, who was on Love Island. Yasmin, Shakira, Tony. Like those three girls in particular, they was their true authentic self. They didn't care whose feathers they ruffled. They didn't care if they caused a divide in the villa. They didn't care about these things. They kept being themselves, and that's what made the audience fall even more in love with them. Because they were just themselves. When you are just yourself, we're more inclined to fall in love with you. When you're there playing around, when you're there doing something like what Dejan had done, and you're there aware of cameras and you're playing around for the camera, I get it. There's bare cameras in that Big Brother house. Probably if I look at one, I'll be like, oh, there's a camera there. Like, there's cameras everywhere. So I know it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to like not kind of put on a show because you're being recorded. But you have to kind of get out your head about it and just be like, you know what, let me just be myself. People like it, they like it. They don't, they don't. It is what it is. Caroline doesn't think. Caroline doesn't think. Oh, I didn't put Richard's name in here for a reason. For some reason, but it's meant to say Caroline doesn't think that Richard should be at the top for most memorable. Again, coming for Richard yet again. This is some deep issue that she has with Richard. Richard be minding his business, and she just unprovoked coming for Richard all the time. And this is what I'm saying. Like, if I was in the house, I would constantly be shading her. Because it's like, why do you keep coming for Richard unprovoked? No, but you keep coming for him unprovoked. Like, why is it every chance you get, you're coming for the man unprovoked? He's not saying or doing anything to you. So leave him alone. I can't lie. Like, actually leave him alone. I'm always going to stand for the underdog. And Richard is just poor Richard, he's just like minding his business. And she's always gunning. Like, she's always got something to... That's why, you see me? These people... You wouldn't actually want me in this big... Because... yeah, anyway. Fashola said to Elsa that your housemate thinks that you're interested and that's all that matters, period. Like, who cares what other people thinks? Your housemates are telling you you're interested. And just because you was on some stupid BBT, whatever, don't let that lower your self-confidence. Be like, okay, cool, that's someone's opinion, or it's ChatGPT. It's meant to be mimicking ChatGPT, so all you need to do is say, oh, it's a robot. Who cares? Like, I just wish like people can adapt the mentality I have. I just wish, like, a don't care kind of attitude. It'll take you so much further. I'll be so honest. So then we get to like some categories now. So the most rubbish housemate in the Big Brother house is Elsa, and then she has to get in the bin as a dare. The wildest housemate was Richard, and he had to do a best wild lion impression. The two biggest enemies in the Big Brother house was Caroline and Richard, and they had to be chained together. I wouldn't say Richard is not Caroline's enemy. Caroline is Richard's enemy, but I wouldn't say that Richard is Caroline's. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Caroline is probably a bit intimidated by Richard. That's what I get. The biggest potty mouth was Jenny. She had to put 5 balls in the swear jar. And the biggest coward, obviously, is Tate. I'm sorry, but it's true. You sit on the fence too much and you don't voice your opinion. So that then he had to dress up and bark like a chicken. So each of their dares resulted in their category. Sam is saying they will be more confident when going back into the house. Sam is too cautious about hurting people's feelings. I'm so sorry, respectfully, F people's feelings. Okay, I don't mean F people's feelings, but what I do mean is if you're gonna talk to someone and you got something to get off your chest, you know deep down your intention isn't to hurt the person's feelings. Obviously, you're gonna say it in a respectful way. Because I'm a person, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah? If you're just actually going out your way to just say things in a rude way, then your intention is to hurt that person. I don't care what you say. But if you generally go in like a calm, cool, collective way, I'm not saying you have to be like, quote unquote, nice. I'm saying like if someone's like pissed you off, for example, and you want to be firm with them, you're allowed to be firm. If that hurts their feelings, that's on them. That's not on you. I'm allowed to feel the way I'm feeling. You're not gonna cry and try gaslight me into feeling bad for you. That's what we're not gonna do. So 50 eyes to give between between the secret housemates and the main house. They ended up giving 11 to the main house, so it's literally one eyeball each. Is one better than none? Faishola, Jenny, and Zila are talking about the dynamic between Nancy and Caroline. And Jenny, I'm not gonna lie, you're doing exactly what Nancy and Sam were doing to you, so it's hypocritical much. And that just proves Sam's point. Everybody talks about everybody. It's true, everyone does talk about everyone, you know. When we think about it, everyone does talk about it. Like I said, we all just to our friends. We all have our friendship groups. We all talk behind people's back. We all do it. But it's a matter of when it now comes to clutch, the same shit that you're talking. Okay, no. Let me actually break it down and categorize it for people to understand. So there's actually talking shit behind people's back, and then there's just talking behind people's back. So for example, if I was to say, oh, I don't know if that dress on Fashola would look good, you know. I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you think that dress on her would look good? I'm talking behind Fashola's back, but I'm not saying anything bad. We're just talking about, oh, do we think that dress will look good? That's me justing. That's just, it's natural. It's natural conversation. Me talking shit is, I really don't like Fashola, you know. Like, I can't stand her. I think she, who does she think she is? She thinks she runs this house. But then when I see Fashola, oh, hi, Fashola, how are you? Yes, lovely. Oh, would you like a cup of tea? That's that fake ish I can't stand. And that's what a lot of you do. I'm talking to you. That's what a lot of people be doing. They be talking the ish behind people's back, but then be smiling in their face the same second. So yes, in terms of that, Jenny is doing the same thing, but can I blame her? No, because her and Sam and Nancy wasn't really, after that situation, they weren't really close after that. So yeah. Caroline said Fashola is the mother of the house. How many times are you gonna keep saying it? No, but it gets to a point, like you said it a few times now, we get it. You think that Fashola's running the house, she's doing this, she's doing that. We get it. But how many times are you going to keep saying it? Like, make it make sense. And she's saying it's not in a bad way. I'm sorry, but when you're just that BITCH, you're just that BITCH, and Fashola's that girl. I'm sorry, she's just that it factor, and you can't handle that. What can I say? What can I say? When you have that presence and you have that natural aura, you got it. Caroline, I'm sorry, you don't. Sorry. Sam's saying their fire has been relit, and at least he's sticking by Nancy by saying no one can ever change the relationship between him and Nancy. So at least there's that where he's not letting other people get into his head regarding Nancy and his friendship. Did I mention the part where Farida was telling him to mind out for Nancy? I think I completely skipped that, you know. When Nancy was basically telling Sam to watch out for, not Nancy, where Farida was telling Sam about, you know, because you're hanging around the wrong crowd, it's, you know, it could affect your positioning in the BB house. I think I completely missed that note out, you know. Did I miss that out? I think I completely missed that out because I don't remember talking about it. We're going to talk about it now. But yes, Farida did say to Sam that, you know, just to kind of be guarded around Nancy. She's giving mean girl energy and stuff like that. And I was just thinking, oh, Sam is just kind of going along with it. But at the end of the day, when he was speaking to Big Brother at the end of the episode, he was like, oh, you know, she's my friend and no one's going to change that. But I guess he might still have his wits about him. But yeah, that is it. And that concludes today's review. If you guys have enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as you know, I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Take care.